Hey, what's going on YouTube? Fallon 6190 back with a horror video update. Been a while since I did a video, so thought I'd picked up a couple things, so I thought I'd do a quick video. First I got this actually from Walmart. It's called 13 Eerie. Saw it, and yeah, the cover doesn't look that great, but what interested me was when I turned it over and you can see the creatures. Welcome to Death Row. It's a pretty good movie. All practical effects. I'd give it a try, guys. Like I said, the front cover looks pretty horrible. A couple of people reviewed it here on YouTube. It's basically about a group of young adults going out and they're training to become like CSI specialists or something. So over a weekend, the class they're in, the professor decides to take them on a little expedition where he sets up various bodies, corpses out in the woods, and it's up to them to discover them and to find out how they died and what happened, how long they've been there, everything. And the professor, I forgot who the guy is, but he gives them an idea that, hey, the perfect place is this 13 Eerie, which was a penitentiary. They got shut down, and it's on a little island that's abandoned now, so that's where he takes them. And of course, when he takes them there, all hell breaks loose. These creatures come out. I think it's 3 of them. And I don't even really think they're zombies, because they allude during the movie that the place was shut down due to human experiments, like mixing human DNA with animal DNA and stuff like that. And it's, like I said, it's pretty cool, really gruesome deaths. These guys don't so much eat human flesh as just rip human bodies apart, and whatever they bite or rip open or whatever, they transmit whatever they have into them, and then those bodies become like walking zombies. So it's a good movie. I'd give it a try, guys. Let's see. Inside there you can see the disc and little insert and everything. But yeah, the front cover isn't that great, so you might pass it up just because you see that. But give it a shot. Actually, the DVD menu when it pops up isn't that great. It's really hokey and dumb looking, but the movie's pretty good. So I would say if you like all practical gore effects, give it a shot. 13 Eerie. And the rest of these I picked up at Fry's. So I was able to pick up Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon on Blu-ray. I think pretty much everyone knows about this movie. I love the movie, the kind of mockumentary style of them actually following the killer as he's setting everything up and all that good stuff. I actually got to meet the guys was it last year at Texas Frightmare Weekend. Pretty cool guys. They talked about how they're trying to get a sequel together, and it's going to be called, I believe, Before the Mask. It'll be like a prequel type story. So you see, there's the what's it called, the Survivor girl. So yeah, good movie. Check it out. Let's see here. Look inside. And I picked this up at Fry's, and I think it was like less than $5. So if you're looking for it on Blu-ray, head to Fry's. You see the disc. So, all right. Another one I picked up really cheap at Fry's. Hatchet, old school American horror Blu-ray, unrated director's cut. The Holy Grail of slasher films. I know this one gets a lot of shit. I liked it. I liked the introduction of the character Victor Crowley, the killer. I like this one better than I like part 2. I don't know. I haven't seen part 3. I know it's available. Like if you have Comcast, you can go on demand and watch it for like $4, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, this was really cheap at Fry's as well. See some of the action from the movie. It was, I believe it was less than $5. There you see the disc. All right. And then let's move on to a movie that I believe everybody's talked about. Texas Chainsaw 3D. Evil Wears Many Faces. And it's got the little moving cover. I don't know how well that's coming across, guys. But yeah, this movie has a lot of problems. I liked it because it was just a fun, you know, slasher, Leatherface going around killing people. I thought they really missed an opportunity for Leatherface to really let loose when he went to the carnival. You know, the Leatherface I know and that I remember from the original, I think he would have been cutting people left and right with that chainsaw, you know. But it's a fun movie if you can, you know, suspend your belief that the girl who was found as a baby in 1974 or whatever it was is really supposed to be like, what, 50 years old, 40 years old, something like that. And she looks like she's barely like 21 in this movie. But, you know, just stupid shit like that. Give me a second, take the slip cover. But it's a, you know, it's a fun movie. Nothing great or anything like that, but picked it up. Let's see. You see the disc, and you got your little insert for your ultraviolet codes and all that crap, but we won't show that. So we'll put that over there, and then I've seen it forever. I finally picked it up. The Blood Trilogy. Herschel Gordon Lewis, Color Me Blood Red, Blood Feast, and 2000 Maniacs. I've never seen Color Me Blood Red. I've never seen 2000 Maniacs, but I have seen Blood Feast. I saw Blood Feast when I was like 7 years old. My mom had just gotten remarried, and we were going to meet the guy's family. In, I think it was Flatonia, which is a little town in Texas, where his brother and a couple of his, you know, uncles and stuff stayed. So we're going up there, and we're leaving early in the morning, and I'm wearing my Led Zeppelin Hammer of the Gods t-shirt. I don't know how many out there know that shirt, but that was a great shirt. And I have my jacket over it because it's cold out. So we stop somewhere at some little, on the way we stop at some little gas station or whatever, and I take my jacket off because it's warmed up. And my mom sees the shirt and she freaks out. "You're wearing that? This is the first time we're meeting these people, and you're gonna make this kind of impression?" I mean, just flipping out, right? And so she literally says, "We're gonna find a store along the way, and I'm gonna buy you different." Because all I brought was like my old rock and roll t-shirts, you know, had stuff like Metallica, Led Zeppelin, other shit like that. And she literally stops and she buys me all these shirts, all these long sleeve button up like cowboy type shirts. I'm like, what the fuck is this, you know? And so I'm thinking to myself, man, these people must really be stuffy, you know, people, just, you know, not cool people. And so we get there, and, you know, I meet my stepfather's brother and his family and everything, and they're, you know, he's really cool. You know, he's, you know, sitting back, whatever, and he asked me if I like movies, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I like movies. He goes, okay. He goes, later tonight, before we eat dinner, we'll go to this little video place, and we'll rent some movies. I was like, cool. So we go later that day, and he asked me what kind of movies I like. I told him I really like horror movies. He goes, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. He goes, have you seen this one? And he pulls out Blood Feast. I'm like, nope. So we ran it, and a couple of other ones. I don't really remember what the other ones were, but I remember Blood Feast. And so we get home, and the first one we watch is after dinner is Blood Feast. And you know, the scene where he rips the girl's tongue out is always stuck with me. And I was like, wow. So that immediately upped him in my mind, you know. But yeah, that's why I always remember this one. You know, I remember that time. So, but Blood Feast, of course, classic. Herschel Gordon Lewis, as is 2000 Maniacs and Color Me Blood Red. I've just never seen them, so gotta get around to checking these out soon. Let's open this up. And there's the disc. Alright. Now these next couple I picked up, I also got at Fry's over the Memorial Day weekend. And each disc was $2. So I was like, I couldn't pass it up because I loved this series when it was on Showtime. I watched it whenever they showed a new one. I think it was Friday nights. Masters of Horror season 1. And this one has Cigarette Burns, Dreams in the Witch House, and The Fair Hair Child. Yeah, like I said, I really love this series. I probably haven't seen them since they, first came out on Showtime when I originally watched them. Yeah, Cigarette Burns by John Carpenter was interesting. It kind of dealt with the fact that what if you could commit an act so heinous and disgusting on film that it affects everyone who sees it. And in the show, when people see the movie that he made, it like makes them crazy. They riot, they start killing people and everything like that. And I thought it was a cool concept. Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead is in it. He's hired to chase down this film that's only been shown twice, and it's in the film. The act of that was performed on the film is so powerful that once you just start looking for the film, it starts to affect you. You see these little things that are called flash in your head, cigarette burns, which are like little cigarette burns on film stock, And it's a good episode. And then you have Dreams in the Witch House, which is another good one, done by Stuart Gordon, and it's basically about a college student who goes and rents this room out where this ancient witch has been passing through dimensions, and she seduces whoever's in this certain room to kill a child for her. And of course, all hell breaks loose. And it's funny, her little familiar is a rat that has a human face, so that's a good one as well. The Fair Hair Child wasn't as great. Basically the story about a couple whose son drowns. They own this huge musical school with this pond, and they buy him like a little canoe for his birthday. I forgot how old he was, 15 or something like that. And so he goes out there, of course, and thing flips over and he drowns before the parents can get to him. And it's funny, the father can't even get in the water because the father never learned to swim, so he can't even try. And Lori Petty's in it as the mother who tries to save the kid. And one of their students turns out to be like, I guess he became like a rock and roll guy or something, and got into like all kinds of satanic stuff. So he gives them this book saying that, this may help ease your pain. So basically they, do this ritual, bring the kid back to life, but in return they have to, I think, sacrifice 15 or 12 virgins. So they, the father actually goes to this little high school. I'm not sure how close the school is to where their house is or whatever, and he will kidnap them and bring them home and then throws them in the basement to where his reanimated son is, who turns into this creature. I think there's a picture of him. This creature right here, and eats the girl. So yeah, it's a cool one. This is the only one I've watched since I picked these up. I watched all 3 episodes on this disc. So you have your little insert. There's the disc itself. That's volume 1, and this is Masters of Horror volume 2, season 1, and it has Jennifer, Sick Girl, and the Deer Woman. Don't really remember Sick Girl or the Deer Woman too well. I remember Jennifer, and that's Jennifer right there. She's this weird, I don't know what you call her, lady. Her face is disfigured. She's like a creature, and this cop who is out on a stakeout or something. He was like screaming in these woods, so he runs out there, and it's this guy fixing to kill Jennifer. And he was like, no, you don't know what she is, you don't know what she'll do to you, this, that, whatever. So the cop has to shoot the guy and kill him. Then he takes Jennifer in, and Jennifer is like, seduces him and like eats his cats or some shit like that. And the mother, his wife, and he has a wife and he has kids and shit, and they're disgusted by her, and he brings her home, and so she totally fucking ruins his life, and it's like a big loop. Same thing ends up happening at the very end. He has to try to get rid of her, and so it's a cool story. Like I said, I don't really remember the other two. I think John Landis did Deer Woman. Yeah. I think it was more comedy than anything else. And Sick Girl, I'm trying to remember. I don't really remember. I remember Angela Bettis is in it. And I seem to remember something about someone in that episode turning into like a big fucking insect or something. So I don't remember it too well. So definitely gotta watch these again. Oh, didn't open it up for you guys. There's a disc. And your same little insert. So the future has never looked brighter. So here's volume 3. And Incident on and Off Mountain Road, I remember that one. Dance of the Dead, I don't remember too well. Pick Me Up, I believe that's an episode where it's like 2 serial killers chasing the same victim or something like that. Incident on and Off Mountain Road is a pretty good one if I remember right. I think Derek Mears is in that one. He plays the character right there called Moonface, which is a killer. Pick Me Up. Yeah, a trucker who kills hitchhikers, a hitchhiker who murders drivers. Dance of the Dead. I don't remember that one. Yeah. So that's volume 3. Let's open it up. And there's the disc. Masters of Horror Volume 3. Got a little insert. I think that's the same insert from the first edition right there. So. Alright. And Volume 4. Masters of Horror Season 1, Volume 4. Imprint, Homecoming, Heckle's Tale, and Chocolate. Don't really remember the last 3, but I remember Imprint because it's the only one that they didn't show during the series run. It was done by Takashi, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, Miike, who did Audition and a bunch of other crazy movies, but I didn't think it was that bad. I don't see why they couldn't have shown it. They just decided that it was too graphic. But so yeah, the other ones, like I said, I don't really remember. I'd have to go back and watch them. This is a Horror Volume 4, and then you got a little insert with your Masters of Horror. Alright, like I said, I picked up the entire series. Every disc was $2. I don't know if it was just a certain sale they were running that for that holiday weekend, or if that's the price they usually are. But if you're interested in the series, you remember it and you like it, you can pick them up at Fry's. And then I picked up the Blu-ray DVD combo pack for The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Never seen this one. I do own the original one sheet. Love the Hooded Killer. Supposedly based on a true story. Haven't had a chance to watch it yet. There you see the DVD, The Town That Dreaded Sundown, and The Evictors. And then there's the Blu-ray, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. And you got the image of the Hooded Killer right there. Gotta love the Hooded Killers, man. And I've never heard of the Evictors, but a nice young couple move into an eerie house located in a small Louisiana town, unaware of its violent history. Soon they find themselves tormented by the previous owners. Vic Moreau, Combat Humorist from the Deep, Michael Parks, Django Unchained, Argo, and Jessica Harper, Suspiria, Phantom of the Paradise Star. Sounds pretty cool. I'll have to check it out. So that is Town That Dreaded Sundown from Scream Factory. And then I picked up Prison. Like I said, all these are from Fry's. Blu-ray, DVD, combo pack, collector's edition.
So this is one I've never seen, and of course it's got the original artwork with it. I always flip them. Horror Has a New Home. And gonna be honest, from the producers of Halloween comes a new force of evil. Tried to watch this one, and it was pretty boring. I couldn't get through it. I fell asleep, and I haven't gone back to visit it yet. I did watch a couple of the special features, and you know, the ghost guy at the end, he looks pretty cool, but I forgot how long into the movie I was, and I never saw him. So I will get through it. There you see the disc DVD, cool artwork. Blu-ray, and it's cool. In some of the special features, Charles Band actually talks about how he came up. All he had was this design of the artwork, and he came up with, you know, the story for it or whatever. So it's cool that they included that in the presentation, you know. So, but like I said, I haven't been able to get through it. I'm gonna try again, just pick up where I left off. So that's Prison, and then I picked up the Blu-ray edition from Scream Factory, Phantasm 2. This is, besides part 1, my favorite Phantasm. And I watched it first day I got it, love it. Watched all the special features on it. Just a great film. Little more action oriented than the first one, as the first one was more of like, you know, a horror, trip you out, freak you out, trippy kind of experience. This one's more of like an action on the road type film. You see all the special features. Everything that's listed there, there's more on there that I guess they just couldn't list. So, but yeah, I definitely recommend picking this up. And of course, flip the artwork. For 10 years, the secret of Perigord Cemetery has remained a mystery. Now the ultimate evil is about to be revealed. Love that artwork. The ball is back. Reggie has his little shotgun. So yeah, definitely if you're a fan of the series, pick up Scream Factories. And this is just the Blu-ray edition. Cool artwork. So alright, Phantasm 2. And last but not least, I was looking for this one, waiting for this one forever. The Burning, one of my favorite slashers from the 80s. And this is the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. I know a lot of people said they didn't like the commissioned artwork for it, but I do. A lot of people are like, oh, well, it blows the mystery of when you finally see, you know, Cropsy's face. I was like, if you haven't seen the movie yet, you know, what took you so long? But yeah, I love that artwork. You see some of the stuff on the back and special features. Haven't had a chance to watch this one yet. I watched a couple of the special features. I believe everything's ported over from the original DVD release that, you know, had a couple of special features on it as well. So get that slipcase off. And of course, switch to the original artwork. There's the back. Blood and Fire Memories, theatrical trailer. So let's open it up. There you see the Blu-ray and the DVD. So that'll do it, guys. For my latest horror video update. Working on a couple more posters. Love that artwork. trying to get in a couple more posters. And hopefully I'll have an update for you guys pretty soon, man. But until then, Fallon 6190 signing off, guys. Stay tuned. Later.